Okay, in this video I want to demonstrate how to insert slides and then also show you how you can delete slides as well as hide certain slides. Now what I've done is to have opened a blank presentation, and when I do this I get the title slide. That's all the slide I get, just this one. It's called title slide. I can click in here and add a title. If I wanted to add a subtitle I could just stick it in down here and I would have a subtitle. So if I want to add a new slide, then what I can do is simply come up to on the Home tab, and in the Slides group, I see here New Slide, and then right above it is another button that says New Slide. Now these are actually two different things, even though they basically are going to give us some similar results. What I need to do though is when I click here on Title to put a slide after this one, then I'm going to click on the new slide and get the new slide gallery. That's what this is called, the new slide gallery. And I'm going to just take this second one right here, and now I've got slide 2, and that is laid out with a title bar up here at the top and then an area down here where I could type some content. And I've got some content. So if I wanted another slide just the same way, where I would have a title area up here and a content area down here, then what I could do is simply come up now to the new slide, but rather than selecting the gallery, what I would do is simply come up, since I know I want the same kind, then I come up and click on the top part of the new slide. When you click on the top part of new slide, then it gives you another slide of the same kind. So this would be slide 3. So if I wanted this slide to be of the same kind and also to have the same content, then what I could do would be to right click, and then rather than adding a new slide, I could simply select the option here to duplicate that slide. So I'll duplicate it, and what it does, it puts the same exact slide right below it. So notice this is slide 2. If I click on this one, it says slide 2, even though this now needs to be slide 3, and this one down here needs to be slide 4. So now I've got the slides in here. You can come up and select any of these options, and you can also click on the top part of the new slide button, and that will give you another one of the same kind. So now where I have this slide, I'll call this slide 5. I have two content areas, and inside of these two placeholders, these squares are called placeholders. And inside of here, I have a series of buttons down here that are called content placeholders, because it allows me to click on one of these and add a specific kind of content. This first one is to add a table, and I can tell it how many columns and rows I want, and it'll just stick it right in there. And so I can start working with a table. On this side, if I wanted to put in a picture from the internet, I would simply click this one down here, which is online pictures, and then it will open the Bing image search, and I'll just type Super Bowl and see if we can find an image that we can stick in here that represents the Super Bowl. So here we go. Now I have two content areas, but what I did was to use those content placeholders. I'm going to click on this slide and click to give me another one just like it. These content placeholders here allow you to search and look for different kinds of content that you can put inside of these placeholders. Now, we've looked at how to insert files and to select different layouts. We can also select like this last one that I just put in that's got the two content areas along with the slide title. So I'll put slide 6 here for this one. But let's say that I didn't really want this one, but I got it because I clicked on it. Well, you have an option to change that. You can come up to the slides group up here, and again now select layout, and layout gives you a choice of all of the other options. Notice that these are all exactly what you see whenever you select new slide down here. All I want to do though is I want to change my layout. I don't want to add a whole new slide. So I'll make sure this slide is selected. Then I'll come up here to layout, and we'll just get this one down here in the bottom on the middle. And notice here that we have a whole different layout altogether. I don't have to stay with this. If I want to, I can change it, make that smaller. I could bring this over here like this. I could do all kinds of things with these different placeholders on here. So this is the way that you can insert files. You can select what kind of file that you want to insert. If you insert a file and you want to change the layout, you can just select this one up here. Now, one of the things I want to show you is that in addition to creating slides and adding them in here, there may be times where I want to delete a slide. For instance, if I wanted to get rid of this one right here, I can simply right-click and select delete, and it's gone. If I realize later I wished I hadn't done that, then I can just undo it, and there it comes right back. Now, if I decide that I want to keep this slide in here, but that I want to hide it, then I can right-click and come down and select Hide Slide. And whenever I do that, you'll see that the content sort of goes gray, and there is a line that is drawn through the slide number. And this is the indicator that this slide is hidden. If I were to run this slideshow, it would show the title slide, and then it would show slide 2. It would skip slide 3 and show then line 4. Slide 3 would stay hidden and not be shown in the presentation. If I wanted to bring it back, I can simply right-click on it and come down and click on Hide Slide again, and that turns it back on. Now, I want you to see that you don't have to live with just these 9 different layout options. These are the number of layouts that were created by whoever created this blank slide layout. So if I were to come to File and then click New and select, say, like this Vapor Trail template. Now, I got the same thing. I have my title slide here. But if I wanted to create or insert a new file, then I come to New Slide. Now look at all these. You have 15 different layouts instead of 9. So whoever built this one did a lot of work on it. And so I don't have to live with it. I could change it. I could move this thing over here. I could do anything with it I want to. I could come in here and change it. Say I don't want this one right there. I just want this one right there. And I could just change it any way I wanted to. And just add some more in here. If I wanted to, say, keep all of these the way they are, but I wanted just this one slide, slide number 3, to be different, then I could select it and come up to Design. Look at all the different templates that we have up here, and I'll just take this one, for instance. Be real careful. Don't just click it, because if I click this, as I'll do right now, then it changes the whole thing. I'm going to hit Control-Z to undo that. I have slide 3 selected. I want to right-click and say, apply this only to the selected slides. And now I can change the layout of just this, the layout and the theme of just this one slide, but leave all the others the way that they are. So you have lots of different options here as far as inserting, changing the layout, changing the design theme that is applied to any of these slides. You can change every single thing about these that you want. But just remember, this is where you come to insert, to delete, and to hide your different slides.